Hey guys, welcome to our call. Welcome to our Sunday night call. I know there'll be a lot more people come on. It was really nice to have almost like 40 people on last week. But you know what? We always tell you that we'll do this if we have 10. We'll do it if we have 40. We'll do it if we have 5. And I wanted to share a couple things with you guys before we get started tonight because I just got back from doing LifeVantage Academy, and I just want to share some things with you guys about that. Guys, let me just, while my wife is about to shut us off, let me just share with you guys the importance of LifeVantage Academy, okay? I take it really serious that only a handful of people were chosen to go out and teach. And I taught in Kansas City, and obviously, we just had an Elite Academy in Kansas City. And then, so I flew in Friday night. We had a leadership meeting, and then we had LifeVantage Academy yesterday, and they had about 150 people there. It was phenomenal. And I challenged them that, and they've had one even back when it was Premier School. And so I challenged them that if this was not one of their best experiences, not whether it was the best one they've ever been to, but if it was one of the best experiences, and if they took stuff away and took action with it, to send me an email either yesterday or today. And I had a gift that I was going to give them. It's a video of an interview I did with a guy who makes multiple 7 figures. And he teaches you how to be an influencer. And so I'm going to, in the next couple days, I'm going to share that inside our Freedom Fighters page. Because, guys, it's all about commitment. All right. So like when I look at seeing that there's 10 people on here tonight, and last week there was almost 40, it shows me the amount of commitment that people have to spending one night a week investing in themselves. Okay. Because I said this to Lisa today. What I've learned by being involved in this company for 8 years is that there's phases. And one of the things I've started to learn, because I've read through John's book now like 2 times, and I'm starting on my 3rd, is the same, and nothing against Eric Worre or any of the other GoPro books or your first year in network marketing. John has been working with network marketing companies for 25 years. Okay. And he works with all the top people more intimately, creating these courses. And it blows my mind, the phases that we go through in this industry. Because like Lisa and I said this, and nothing against anybody, we just said that we need to go out in the next 6 months to a year and create new leaders. No matter being an elite distributor or being a Pro 8 like Laura Lee or a Pro 8 like Michael Epstein, and having, like Michael has like, I think 23 elites underneath him. 19 people in Michael's downline got their Jeep before he did. Okay. But he persevered and he kept working, and he went and created new leaders. He's still creating new leaders, he told me. And that's what you have to do. You have to constantly be creating new leaders, because most people, to be honest with you, I look at it like this. If you can't attend one Saturday event every month, and one Sunday night call, you're not committed. Now, you can look at me and say, well, you don't know my circumstances or what. Well, I can tell you this. I taught LifeVantage Academy, and then I found a flight home at 4:00 p.m. I rushed to the airport, got home at 10, got up and preached this morning at my church. And it was amazing the impact that both of those experiences not only had on others, but what it had on me. And so I realized, I said this to the people at LifeVantage Academy. I said, do you guys know who's one of the people that's going to learn the most from today? And a 70-year-old lady raised her hand in the back, and she said, Michael, you and me. And I thought, wow. And I asked her what her name was. And she said to me, she said, Michael, she said, I have been involved in LifeVantage for 7 years. And she said, one of the things that I've learned is that how important it is that one event, missing one event, and I know why she said that, because there was a couple leaders from the Kansas City area that were not there, Pro 7s and 2 Pro 8s. She said, I will never miss an event unless the Lord takes me home. And she said, and at the end, she waited until everybody talked, and she came up to me and she said, Michael, this is why I said what I did, because had I not came today, I would not got to have experienced what I just experienced. And you guys know I'm an emotional guy, so I said, you didn't need to make me cry after this. And so I would just want to encourage you guys today that commitment means, like, I had one of our distributors tell me, I'm super, super busy, but I'm going to go to every LifeVantage Academy and I'm going to be on every Sunday night call. And so one thing you can never want for somebody is more than they want something for themselves. And look at it like this. There's a lot of people that are in LifeVantage that won't be here in another year or 2 years or 3 years. Guys, we lost Pro 10s, okay? We lost 2 Pro 10s that have been with 3 companies, some of them 5 companies since then. We have one that was at the top of our company that would be making $200,000 a month, and the ego got in his way. So I want to challenge you guys tonight. And then I'm going to let Laura Lee do this second part of the book and the videos, which if you didn't watch them, you need to go back and watch them and be encouraged by them. Guys, commitment and consistency is a little thing. And you know what I really like? I like about these building depth workbooks, okay? It tells you right in the front what the system is, okay? Now just think about this. It says do 15 or more presentations, and the tear-off sheets have 15 tear-off sheets. It says attend all events and treat it as a priority, right? Register for LifeVantage Academy. Some of you guys have a LifeVantage Academy an hour and a half or 2 hours away and you don't even go, okay? Right? Think about it like this. Always do what you say you're going to do. If you say you're going to do this study and you don't do it, brutally get yourself in and do 2 studies the next week, right? Always stay in control of your business. Lead by example. Don't pass the torch. Look, one of the greatest things that I've learned from John Maxwell is that it's important that we have accountability, and it's important that we protect people that we take advice from, okay? Because there's Pro 10s in this business that I won't take advice from anymore, okay? And you know why? Because I have to protect my family, which I consider all 15 people that are on here tonight my family, and I want to follow the system. I want to promote and repeat until it's done. That may mean 10 years. You know, and I said tonight to her on the way home from playing golf, the consistency of knowing that this could have taken 10 years to get to momentum, and then losing half of our volume like we did because of a couple of doctors that just couldn't handle network marketing, you know, is what it is, right? But guess what? After reading John's book now this many times, not only do I think we have the greatest products in the history of network marketing and in the nutrition industry, and when you guys get to see our new product that's coming, it's going to blow you away. I talked a little bit about it, and maybe later, if you guys are really nice, I'll talk a little bit about it tonight. And and give you guys some hints and some really cool things. But I'm going to have Laura Lee take over now. Laura Lee, I'm going to make you turn your, do you want to turn your camera on, or you just want to? I'm going to put the, well, yeah, I thought I had it here. Are you still there? Where? Okay, there.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. I'm going to put this up on the screen, and then I'll just let you take over, okay? Why don't you do me a favor? Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Why don't you just real quickly, most everybody knows who you are, but why don't you just, hold on, I'm going to make you, yeah. Yes. And then, okay. Why don't you just tell everybody a little bit about who you are, just because some people may not know who you are, like most people do, but just 30 seconds to 2 minutes of who you are and where you live, that you're a Canadian and you wear cool hats and you love horses and you're a good mom, and tell us some of those cool things. All right.
Oh, goodness.
You love me. I know.
Yeah, I do. Hey guys, how are you? My name is Laura Lee. I'm married to my husband Garrett. We have a little girl named Chloe. We joined Chloe. She is a handful. Oh my goodness. Some people are like, "Claire, are you having another one?" I'm like, "Have you met my daughter?" Anyways, you guys, I'm from Maple Creek, Saskatchewan in Canada. I got started with LifeVantage here in November 2017, and honestly, it was kind of my last chance. I felt that I was going to be able to make something of myself, and I was working a lot of jobs just trying to make ends meet, and on top of it all, I was suffering from chronic pain, and I had a horse that was suffering from a horrible disease, and it just was kind of a tough time. And it was like LifeVantage came into my life right at the right time. And obviously my chronic pain is gone and my horse's disease is gone, and we do not claim to cure, treat, or mitigate any disease, but that's just the way it is. And since then, I have grown an amazing team. I love and adore them very much. We're called the NRF2 Equine Team, if you guys have heard of us. And I can't remember how I met Michael and Lisa, but Michael's kind of been there, and Lisa for me the last little while here. And we just decided, you know what, I needed a mentor. So Lisa and Michael have been helping me through some stuff, and I hope that I can help them, and that's just what we're all about, right? So anyways, that's me in a nutshell. And I guess we can get ready with the training. Yes?
Go for it.
All right. Okay. So success. Always knowing that success is attainable and in our reach. And it's important that we always do the right things all the time. So, like he said, unsuccessful people do good things sometimes. So it's kind of like if you get in a routine and you do it for a few days and then you get lazy and you decide not to do it. A lot of it too would be, for the first couple weeks getting on these calls and then deciding it's not worth your time, you're not going to really do it. Successful people will be here every single week. All right. So the key is always being on our calls, always going to events, just like Michael had just went through. So you will be successful if you always, number one, always exceed expectations every day. Am I doing more than others have asked of me and not just doing what I need to do? Go above and beyond. It's just like when you're scrubbing down your house, go above and beyond what you really have to do. Number 2, always, always get better. Am I improving myself daily? And am I seeing it in myself? This one has been huge for me, you guys, because success can only happen if you yourself are trying to be a better person every day. And I just want to share with you, you know, me as a person, anybody as a person, you guys, we go through things and we need to understand and we need to look at ourselves and we need to say, do I like who I am? Can I be better? We can always be better. And recently, I myself have reached deeper into working on my personal growth. And since I've done that, I have been able, I've almost been able to bring success more to not only my business, but myself. Because each day I'm working not only on my business or on my team, I'm working on making myself better daily. So when you wake up in the morning, say to yourself, okay, how can I make myself better today? Number 3, always live intentionally. Lead your life. Don't accept it the way it is. Every single one of us, we're more than we are. We are more than what we stand right now. There's more to us. It's whether or not we want to explore the more in us. We need to personally lead ourselves to success. And in order for us to lead other people to success, we need to be able to lead ourselves to success. Okay? His number 4 was always, always stay positive. Oh my gosh, you guys, you in this business, actually in anything in life, but especially this business, you are going to make mistakes. You are going to have failures. But these are lessons in life. And we need to ask ourselves, what are we learning from these mistakes? What are we learning from these failures? I tell you, I'm a competitor. I'm a barrel racer. Most of the time when I go to a barrel race, I don't win. I failed. Okay? I didn't win. I lost. But what were some of the good things I learned that day? Probably that my horse stood good tied to the trailer. She went into the arena. She didn't fight me. She did what she could. She tried her heart out for me. We didn't land on our head. We're both still standing. We're all still walking, no broken bones, you know. Yes, I maybe lost, but there was so much positive in that day. Mistakes are as much as that. When you touch that burning stove, what's the lesson you learn from that? You're not going to touch that stove again, right? I myself know I've suffered from a lot of karma from my mistakes that had hurt me and has hurt others. But if we sit and we dwell on that in a negative way, we won't see the positive in what these mistakes were teaching us. They were teaching us a lesson. Number 5 is always add value. Am I a plus in people's lives, or am I a minus? Am I adding value, or am I subtracting value? So this is one of the things, I've built my business on social media, and some people say, you know, get to 5,000 friends as fast as you can on Facebook. Well, when I look at that, I look on building friends on value. When I add people to my Facebook page, I add them and I say to myself, can I add value to this person's life? Can they add value to my life? Will I be valuable to them? Okay. So we'll go on to the pre-win. And the pre-win is the first win you have that gets you into the game. And you have to have a pre-win before you get a post-win. So every single one of us on here today has had a pre-win. That pre-win was saying yes. When somebody offered us this opportunity, our pre-win right then and there was us saying yes. The fact that we became a distributor was a pre-win. One of our post-wins after that would have probably been signing up our first customer. And that customer actually could have been a pre-win if that customer all of a sudden came to a post-win of deciding to be a distributor. Taking action. But the very first one we needed to do was we needed to say yes. We needed to decide that I'm going to step out of my comfort zone. I'm going to do this. It's just like playing a basketball game or whichever, or for me, barrel racing. I need to load my horse up in the trailer first in order to get a post win. All right. So some of the questions that are related to network marketing is that you would ask is, how many of you would like to increase your income? So increase your income. Financially, it's all up to you. I mean, some people get into this business and they want to either, maybe they just want to build, get a couple $100 here and there. They just want to be able to pay for their products. Or maybe they want to make a living off of it. Or maybe they want to make more than a living off of it. Maybe they want to support themselves, and then maybe they want to give to other people. Money gives us a lot of options in life. I know it's given me a lot of options in life, having a little bit of an income there, and, you know, being able to kind of do what I want to do, not worrying about having to pay the bills kind of thing, but also just being able to bless other people's as well. Since I've been a Pro 8, a lot of my money I actually sponsor to people in, I sponsor to events, I sponsor to fundraisers, I sponsor to other people that maybe need some help, you know, donating for people that are going through treatments, and a lot of my money goes to that, and that is huge for us to be able to do that. Question number 2 would you like to develop lifelong relationships? John said there was 2 kinds of people in the world, and he's absolutely right. There's people who lift us up, and there's people who lean. And I will straight out say, in network marketing, well, you know what? It's not network marketing. It's life. It's just, no matter what you're in. It's life. And actually, that's funny that I say that now, because it kind of makes clear to me that network marketing is a lot of just everyday life. And I've had people in my life who are the lifters, who are the ones that are encouraging me, motivating me, loving on me, pushing me to keep going. But I've also had those people that discouraged me, or yes, Michael, absolutely. I probably would not be here if it wasn't for Michael and Lisa, I will be honest. But you know, you guys have also had those people that have said mean things to me, and pointed out my mistakes, and made me feel like failure, and made me, basically threw boulders at me, and made me want to quit. But thank God I had those people that lifted me to keep encouraging me through it all, you know? So we're gonna go through those times, and we're gonna have those people. Big smile on Michael's face right there.
I'm in a funny mood. I'm in a funny mood tonight. Forgive me.
It's all good. So you guys, if you're gonna come across that, you've probably already come across that. But those are the people in this world, and just stay around the people that lift you up. Question number 3 was, would you like more options in life? Options in life. Being in network marketing has obviously given us options. Lets us kind of get out of the box, removes the fence. We're able to explore. We're able to do more. We're able to, for me personally, I was able to rodeo this year. I was never able to really rodeo because it was so expensive. I didn't have that option. I couldn't do it. So network marketing gives us more options. And we need to ask ourselves, how high and how far can we go? Question number 4 was, would you like to experience amazing experiences? We provide a lot of amazing experience for people in this company and ourselves. I actually had never been on a plane before, and my very first plane ride was, I had won the incentive trip to Bahamas, and we've been to Mexico, and then all the elite academies, and we're going to Ireland next week, and and then we're all going to Cancun. Like, how amazing is that, you guys? Amazing. And then when we're at these events, we are surrounded with people who are motivating us, lifting us, celebrating with us. If you guys, I hope everyone's been to an event. Michael, I hope everyone's been to an event, but if you haven't, I can't even explain how it feels. And you know what, you guys, I actually missed Kansas City, and I'm so sad that I missed it, because I've been missing that feeling that you get when you go to an event. That's why they're important. That's why they're such an important reason why we need to go. They really do keep us going. They keep us strong. They keep us happy. Not only the experiences that have been given to myself, but it's the experiences too that I've been able to provide to other people. So the people that we have given the opportunity to, that we have offered the opportunity to, I guess would be the right way to say it, and been able to introduce them into this amazing company and give them a chance to be blessed with what this company can bless you with. When I watch and see my team go up across stage and get recognized, it's the most amazing feeling in the world to know that you were a stepping stone for them, to know that you were there for them and you still are there for them. And that right there is something I will treasure for the rest of my life. And in network, I would have never got that in any of my other 5 jobs, 6 jobs, 7 jobs I worked. I would have never got those amazing experiences like network marketing can give us. So that's that.
Good job. Let's, guys, does anybody have a question or a comment about maybe something they took away from this? Because in the book, it goes into some serious detail about this stuff, you guys. It's so awesome. Like in the power number 2, when it talks about the practice of value of connecting with people, it says almost everything we become and accomplish in life is with and through people. right? Like, think about this, okay? So we are not in the sales business. We're in the people business, right? So therefore, the ability to connect and create relationships with others is the most important skill we will ever learn, right? And it's funny, like Charles Schwartz, the creator of Peanuts, developed an interesting exercise to help drive home the importance of relationships in our daily lives. And he did a little quiz, and if you guys haven't done it, you should go in the book and do it. It's awesome. He says, so how will you do with a little quiz? And the quiz says, name 3 of the wealthiest people in the world. So, guys, let's see if anybody can name 3 of the wealthiest people in the world. Can anybody unmute themselves and comment? And they don't have to be from the United States. They can even be from Canada. You know,
I'm going to trash you on keep saying that Canada thing. We're going to have to get together and get him a really funky hat. And you already wear baseball hats, but we're going to have to get you one with like a ampere or something.
Biohacker.
Yeah. I wear my biohacker t-shirt and people ask me what that means. Anyway, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and the man who had Apple that passed away.
Steve Jobs.
Or maybe Oprah Winfrey. I don't know.
That was the one I was going to say. That was
maybe
my next one. That was my next one.
So I got 4. So
all right,
I don't
awesome.
know if they're the top.
Okay.
Tracy from Vancouver, Canada.
Yay. So this is, can you name 3 of the last 5 Heisman Trophy winners? I can do that.
Yeah.
Can anybody else? I wonder if Chris is on. Can he do it? Are there any guys on here except for me?
What's the question?
Can you name 3 of the last 5 Heisman Trophy winners?
It's an American.
Wilson.
It's American.
I wonder if Carla. Oh, Ben is on. Ben, can you name 3? She's going to go look it up.
Name 3 of the last 5 Heisman.
She's asking her husband. Can you name 3 of the last 5 Heisman Trophy winners? Anybody?
Is Heisman football?
Yeah, Wendy. I bet you Wendy could get Randy to answer it.
Can we cheat?
No, you can't. Oh, Laura, you going to cheat? Did you look it up?
I'll let everybody else answer.
All right. Name who? Now, okay. Can you name any of them?
What?
Kyler. Yeah, I heard her husband say Kyler Murray. Baker Mayfield. Yeah. Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield. Who else did he say?
He said a Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. Yeah. So you asked your husband, and he knew who they were.
He had his phone in front of him, so.
Oh, all right.
She's riding horses. She's not watching football.
Here's the next one. Here's a hard one. Name 3 people who have won the Nobel or Pulitzer Prize. Pulitzer Prize. Well, whatever. Stop making fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you.
Sheldon off of Big Bang Theory.
Did he win it? Did he win a Nobel or Pulitzer Prize?
He won a Nobel Prize.
On the TV show.
How about Joe McCord?
Yeah.
Joe McCord, yeah.
Yeah. See, who else? Martin Luther King. There you go.
Zuckerberg? See, I did.
No. That was the richest, wasn't it?
Yeah. Who? Can anybody else name somebody who's won?
I can't remember the guy whose name.
And do we have like
ALS.
Nobody that like?
Wait, what was the guy's name who had ALS and lived to be 70 years old?
Oh gosh, I know you're going to ask me. No, are you looking it up?
No.
But he won. I'm pretty sure he won.
Okay,
Henry
so how about
Ford.
this? What's that?
Henry Ford.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
All right.
Madam Curie.
Yeah, Madam Curie.
I'm
All
trying
right.
to think back now. That's
right.
our ABC Prime.
Here's a really hard one.
So,
The last 2, and then I'll lay it open for questions or whatever. Carla Wilson said Martin Luther King. Yep. Name 3 of the last 5 Academy Award winners for Best Actress. These were from John Maxwell. But actually, it was Charles Schultz from Peanuts that asked these.
Probably Angelina Jolie.
I doubt it.
Oh,
Best
come on. I like her.
Olivia Colman. Who's that? You know who that is? Olivia Colman?
Oh, that's the other favorite movie.
Okay.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Elizabeth Debicki. All right, and what's her face?
Who's what's her face?
Lady Gaga.
Oh, that what's her face?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay,
Lori.
name 3. Okay. Last 5
Aren't
grand.
the answers in there?
No,
Oh, they're not. Okay.
no, they're not in here. All right, here's the last one. You ready?
Wait,
Name
So
3 of the last 5 Grammy winners for Album of the Year.
Shania Twain.
Shania Twain. You and your country music. Oh my Lord. They just put last 5 Grammy winners
Seen her live.
of the year. Like, all right, nobody. Gosh, we have a lot of people that hit. Oh, so
How about, Mike, that we're all building businesses and we're not watching TV and we're not listening to the
There you go.
radio?
yes.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I agree with you, Janice.
that's not what he says, though. But that's a nice try. How did you do? Unless you're a trivia whiz, chances you struggled with few of remembering the headlines from yesterday. The answers to each of these questions aren't second-rate achievers. They were and are the best in their fields. But applause dies, awards tarnish, and achievements are forgotten. How
Yeah,
about that? That's pretty impressive,
Good.
right? That's
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
Casey Musgraves won Album of the Year at the 2019 Grammys.
woo, go Casey Musgrave.
Casey Musgraves.
All right, does anybody know who that is?
Yeah, that's my cousin.
All right. So, hey, does anybody have a question? And then I want to share just a couple quick before you guys go. Does anybody have a question or comment about the study? It was awesome. Good job, by the way.
I just wanted to say one thing that he said 2 things that were really prominent to me. When he started, he said he was sitting down with his 2 granddaughters and he asked them, I'm going to share with you what you need to succeed in life. And, he told it, I mean, it was pretty quick. It was 5 things, but then at the end he said, that was a 2.5-hour long conversation.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that touched my heart big, because my mother did give, not to us when we were children, but when she had grandchildren, she gave each grandchild a Christmas ornament so that when they left their family, they had their ornaments to put on their trees. But they don't give Christmas presents in his family. They give vacations to build memories.
Yeah.
And they get to open a Christmas ornament, and the Christmas ornament shows what vacation they're going. And then he and the grandchildren do a happy dance around the house while the other adults in the house watch and laugh at them. And it
Gotta
made,
read the book. Yes, Tracy.
well, I'm picking it up tomorrow. It finally got to my post office box.
Oh,
But I was just
Canada?
no, in the United States of America, maybe it couldn't come up here.
Okay. Just saying.
I live in Vancouver. I live an hour away from the border. Anyway, I was very, very touched by what he had to say, and I'm going to stop talking. Love you guys.
No, good job.
Jenny actually sent me a message, but I have to look at it. I can put the info, but there's a number that we have to call, and then we have to order it on the phone, and then we have to make sure we let them know that Jenny is our ambassador.
Okay.
But
All right.
I'll put the info up for everyone if they want it.
Well, the book goes into different things. Like even when you were talking and doing this part from the videos, it goes into a little different things. He just talks. It's so good, guys. This book is written. It's only 90 some pages. It is. I've read 15 of John's books, and this made me love network marketing a little bit more. So, anybody else with a comment or want to say something about this? And if you haven't got the book, guys, get the book. You can't get it on Amazon. You have to go to John's. You have to go to the Leader Pass book because you cannot get it anywhere on any of the websites. You have to get it through. I put a link in the LVN Freedom Fighters for it. Is the only place you can get it. So if you go back there and get it, you can get it there. So there's a lot, and even in this chapter, like 7 motivations of people. Like you want to read these things, guys. They are unbelievable. But I wanted to let you guys know that one of the things I read in the first chapter was about facts and stories, right? Like facts fade away, but stories sell, right? Facts fade away, but stories never fade. They never go away. Like you heard Laura Lee, her stories changed because things in her life have changed, right? So if you guys know that Kendra Hall, who's a professional storyteller and best-selling author of the book Stories That Stick, is going to be our keynote speaker in Long Beach, okay? And if you guys know much about her and you read how storytelling can captivate customers, and the title of her book says, influence audiences and transform your business. Guys, I'm going to read her book before Long Beach. Now, I'm reading Goals by Brian Tracy, and I'm reading this network marketing book. And then after I'm done with these, I'm going to read Kendra's book because I can read it. I'm teaching Life Vantage Academy next month in Tucson, Arizona. So I'm going to read it while I'm on the airplane. So, but I want to show you guys something really quick. And I don't know if a lot of you have seen this, but this is something about Long Beach that I think is going to be pretty cool. So you guys know that Super 7 is coming, right? And they've extended registration for Long Beach till August the 31st for $99, okay? So guys, also they've extended registration. Guys, you have to register for Cancun by the end of the month. Register, please, okay? So here's what I wanted to show you guys, share with you. This is pretty cool. Check this out. Sorry. I know you guys are going to be like, what the heck? Like, why did it show me what the product is? Right? So guys, right? Look at Wendy's like, oh my God, right? Like, Wendy, was that awesome or what? Right? So when I played that video in Kansas City, everybody went, oh, like it was going to show it was going to show the product. So I'm going to give you guys kind of a little bit of a hint about what's coming and what you can expect. How many of you on here, and make a comment in the comments or just unmute yourself and make a comment, have seen a product on TV or on Facebook called True Niagen? Anybody?
No.
Okay, no Tracy. No for Tracy. Anybody else?
No.
All right. Nobody? Since it's on Facebook all the time. Wendy says no. Okay.
Nope.
Oh, Cheryl says no. Okay. So guys, here's what you do. Go and do some research on True Niagen. Okay? All I'm going to tell you.
Can you spell it for us, Michael, please?
No.
For us dyslexic people?
No.
Some of us are dyslexic.
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh,
So you can go on to PubMed, correct?
No.
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 Okay.
That's going to be...
If we're flying in on the Thursday and the store opens on the Thursday, are they going to sell out of that product before we even get there?
no idea. We will not know for another couple weeks.
And we can't pre-order.
I don't know that either. I'm not sure. So
I've heard they're gonna do it a lot like the True Science hair care, so they'll make sure they got enough. Hopefully.
yeah, they'll make sure they have enough. So guys, and this product has been 4 years in the making. Okay. And so I'll just, the True Niagen is spelled TRU, and then another separate word, Niagen, Niagen. Okay. Guys all got it? Everybody's looking it up. I'll bet you $100.
I'm not looking it up, Mike. I'm watching you.
Okay. All right. All right. So that will give you guys a good hint of what it's going to be like. Okay. Just so you know. So does anybody have a question? Okay. So let's do this. I want, before we go, I want to know if anybody had an awesome experience at LifeVantage Academy this last week. Because I know some people on here went. And I want to know if anybody has an experience.
I'm talking too much, but Brett Brimhall is coming to Vancouver Island on September the 7th.
Nice.
Limited seating only.
Awesome. Wendy, did Destiny leave? She did. Oh, no, she's not. Destiny, can you unmute?
Yeah, hang on. Let's see.
Awesome. I unmuted you.
Okay, you can hear me? Okay.
I can.
All right. Yeah, I had a pretty good experience. So when Sherry took us through the visualizing thing, I think probably everybody, there wasn't probably a dry eye in there, but I was just boo-hooing. Just, you know, when she talked about bringing yourself out of the depression, the anxiety, the slumps that we go through. And for me, it's not just like in the business, but it all kind of ties into it. Because when I'm having a slump, you know, thinking about this negatively, she talked about actual tools, how to bring yourself out of that. And think about a time in your life when you have accomplished something and you have been successful, and like just think about how you looked, how the environment was, just visualizing that. And once you do that, you have to come up. You have to be better because you know you can. And so for me, that was just so eye-opening and enlightening, because everybody always says, suck it up, get over it, whatever it is when you're going through things, but nobody ever wants to tell you how. And, you know, that tool could be really valuable for anybody. I know for me, you know, because I do have things where, you know, I tell myself, wow, I did do this. You know, how dare the world get me down? I've done it. I can do it again. You know, it's just really, really awesome. And then on a brighter note, talking about visualizing yourself walking across the stage to get your check. You know, you know, that was just, you know, imagine your family being in the crowd and everybody cheering you on. And what would you look like? How would you feel? And for me, I mean, that was really crazy because, you know, she says if you can visualize it, it can happen. And never in a million years did I think I could visualize that, but I did. And the person I saw walking across the stage was, I mean, it was me, but completely different. Because if you think about, if I do ever get to that, or when I get to that point.
Yeah, when?
You know, the self-development that I would have been through, personal growth, and just the change in lifestyle and habits and everything I'd be a completely different person, you know, and just so much better. And that was just so cool to think about and to see. And the fact that I could see it tells me I can do it. So it was really motivational.
Good. So you had Sherry there.
Yes. Sherry, she was great. So.
And you know, it was really funny. She texted me and said that she had the opportunity to meet some people on my team. And she sent me a message that said, because she's been wanting to be on one of our calls. I think I'm going to try to get her on next week and have her on while we do one of these teachings. And she said, thank you for understanding. And I would definitely love to help in any way. I met some of your team members. I think the world of both of you. Let me know how I can serve you. So people like that are people that we want to listen to and be around. And, so thank you for sharing.
No problem.
I'm so glad that you had a good time. And,
I did.
it's funny that when I think about this situation, I've never missed an event in 8 years. Not a Life Vantage Academy, not a premier school, not an elite academy, nothing. In 8 years. It doesn't matter how successful I've been. Guys, I've told you this story before, but maybe some of you have never heard this story. But 3 years ago, we were going to the Ohio State and Oklahoma football game. And I found it cheaper to fly into Dallas and then drive to Norman and then drive back to Dallas and fly out of Dallas. It was cheap. It was half the price, right? And so we're getting ready like 3 days before, packing and doing some stuff. And Lisa says, we got a problem. I was like, no, we don't. No, we don't. We don't have a problem. She said, yes, we do. She said, you didn't realize that this weekend was Life Vantage Academy. I was like, it's not a problem. She said, what do you mean? I said, instead of, we can change our flight. We'll go in a little bit earlier and we'll rent a car and we'll drive all the way to Waco and then we'll drive all the way to Norman. We drove all the way to Waco, heard Cassie Teal, drove 4.5 hours to Norman and got there 2 minutes before the game started. Okay? Commitment. Always doing what you say you're going to do. No matter when you don't want to do it, no matter when you haven't had success or you've had success, always doing what you're doing. guy take this off at the end?
Yeah.
No, not yet. All right, I'm gonna stop recording. Love you.